Greetings.
Greetings! Okay, so as you've seen so far by the title of the video and by the clips that I've put thus far, we are redoing our entire book setup right now. So we went to Ikea this morning and we got some shelves. We have a shelf right there and we got the exact same kind to match it. But this entire area, if you can see in the distance, is kind of, it's hard to tell because of the light, but it's kind of getting overrun, definitely filled to the max. We're going to be redoing it today. We actually had a little bit of a hard time because the long shelf that Sam's currently holding, for some reason it said it was in stock. And it definitely was there, but it wasn't where it's supposed to be. The bin that it was supposed to be in was just completely empty. So we ended up having to online order and then wait a couple hours to be able to like do their click and collect, which is just their like where they bring it out to you. Sam's gonna start putting it up and we're going to begin this journey, but I'm really excited because again, as you can see, we literally have books at the very edge. Like that is the end and that is the book. Like we are so running out of space. You see that? That's literally that. Oh, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sam slayed and did the dang thing and put up the shelf. She did a lot of hard work. It got a little dicey for a second and then she got it done. So we love Sam. She's the best. What do we do without her? The only thing that's a little annoying is that now this is not in the middle, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because we don't even know if this is gonna stay. So that doesn't matter. But I'm really excited. I'm sorry that it looks like crazy. The window is open so that our cat can have her little slow morning wake up. So anyways, we have the shelf. Obviously you see full capacity. Like this is going to cave at any second. So my job now is officially cleanup crew. Sam went to the shower because she had gotten all sweaty and icky and gross and like had all the stuff from the wall from drilling on her. So she took a shower right now and now it's my job to clean up because I did nothing to help with that because she handled it all on her own and she's so cool like that. So now it's my job to do some cleaning. We have quite the mess on our hands and we're gonna try to get as much done while Sam is gone so that she can come back to a relatively clean room. Oh, and she actually, during the process, one of the little like drill bit top thing pieces, you know, one of them fell behind our bed. So that's another thing I need to get. So I'm gonna clean up hopefully quickly and then we'll get to I cleaned up. It's the same day. Literally like 2 seconds, not 2 seconds, but maybe like 30 minutes later, I just got toasty in my hoodie and so I changed it to a shirt. Sam has joined us, but she is exhausted and so she is really just a being in the corner. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to be doing. The books, obviously that's the whole point of this video, so I will be showing you that pretty soon, but I wanted to show you the other things that we got from Ikea because I'm excited about them. We got this mini shelf. So the brand, or not the brand, but like the name, I guess. This one is Lack, L-A-C-K. You can't see it because of the direction little thing, but that's what we use. We like the really thick look, so that's the kind that we get. Yeah, it's spelled like that. So we got a little tiny one, which this was only $6 and it's a cute little thing. You don't get any sort of like hardware, so you just have to like have your own nails and screws. We actually got a pack just from like, what was it, like Home Depot or something like that? Yeah, of just screws and wall anchors. So you could just get like a pack, a variety pack, and they do have some at Ikea as well. We just happened to be at Home Depot at a different time and just had them lying around from like hanging up other things. So we have that. And then the other thing we got from Ikea, other than the big shelf obviously, is an alarm clock. You wouldn't think that we would need this because obviously with all the technology we have, like we have phones and we have iPads and computers, and we have our TV that shows the time too, and like PlayStation could be connected. Like we have all these other ways, but we found that we end up looking to the time on this little, we have this little baby clock that's like the most tiny little thing. We got it for like $1 or something like that at Ikea a while ago, and we found that we look at this all the time. And so when we were first thinking about getting a clock, we got this little tiny baby one just to see if we'd ever even look in that direction, and we do all the time. And now this is just too small. It was really just a placer to see if we would want to spend money on a bigger clock. So we ended up getting one from Ikea that I have no idea how to say that, so I'm not even gonna attempt to do that because there's no need for that type of disrespect. But that is what it is. I think this was like $20 or something like that. And it's a really pretty deep like forest green. Ah, it's not on obviously, but like the buttons are all, I just really like the way that the buttons feel. It almost feels like a toy. I mean, obviously from Ikea, like you're getting not bad quality because I love Ikea furniture, but like, I don't know, it just mid-grade. Mid-grade is what I would say, yeah. But I don't know, I just really like the feel of it. Oh, how satisfying. Oh, hit you back up when we know what we're doing. So super awkward. This video completely halted after we started filming it. The clips that you guys just saw took place weeks ago, and that was because the entire project got put on hold. So basically, we finished the bookshelf portion of it. The bookshelves are done. They look beautiful. I'm obsessed with them. I love them, and you guys will see them relatively soon. We're gonna hold off for a little bit so we can get some like good shots. And the reason that we haven't finished this video is because we wanted to do this wall that Sam's kind of covering. This wall, I did this, when did I do this? A couple months ago?
Yeah, I want to say
a while ago. It feels like now. I did like a little TikTok about it. I think I put it maybe in a vlog. I'm not quite sure, but we did this a while ago. They're postcards that we got from Barnes & Noble that I just stuck on the wall in like that like alternating pattern. And I'm just sick of it. I want it to be different. And so when I realized that we were going to be changing the wall and it was affecting like the whole like book space, I wanted to include it in this video. I had a lot of stuff that I needed to get, so we had to go to the store and we had to get a printer, getting the paper and like ink and everything for it, and making sure that we had the right stuff. After we got the paper, we realized we wanted different paper, so we had to go to another store, and then it took me a while to find all the stuff that I wanted to print and what I wanted the wall to look like, so it took a while to do that. Ended up getting this off of Amazon. Sam just ordered it and it actually came here this morning. But it is just one of those things where you can like line it up. But yeah, we kind of abandoned this video on accident because
we didn't mean to.
We didn't mean to. We also started going out of town. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, so talking about the printer side of things, I'll put here what kind of printer we use because I honestly can't remember. I just looked at it, saw that it was on sale. It had a lot of good reviews and just hope for the best. And it ended up being pretty good. It's a little slow, but it was only $40. It was originally, I think, like $80, right?
I think so.
And it was half off. And it seemed good enough, so we got it, and it's ended up working pretty well for being a $40 printer. So I'll put it down, I'll like write what it was, or I'll like put a link to it so that it's easy for you guys to access if you want it or you're curious about it. But in terms of like what we were looking for when it came to the wall itself, we were trying to go for like a dark academia slash like dark, not necessarily fantasy because I wasn't trying to go too like whimsical with it, but like the darker vibe that's kind of prevalent throughout our room, but not too strong. We did a little bit closer when I did the like collage-y framed piece that I have here, but we were looking for more of like, almost like when you put like paper clippings or like little prints up on your wall and there's no frames, nothing like perfectly hung up. It just kind of looks almost like a big journal entry is what we're kind of looking for. But I will put up the inspo pictures here of like what we were looking for. Went on Pinterest and I ended up making an entire like vision board, all of like the images that I wanted to print out. So I'll have that public on my Pinterest if you're interested in any of the images that you see. We have quite a few really good options. Here we have Sell Your Soul sign here, which I thought was so funny. We have just a plain heart, this like record. Then we have like this little train scene. I actually had this on my Notion for a while. I think I still do. And then we just have these words here, which say, for as long as I exist, you will always be loved, on a little scrap of paper. We have this picture of roses. I'm gonna do it upside down so it looks like that, like they're drying, which I think is what this image is. We have this image, which I was going for like the corpse bride, which I'm pretty sure is what they're talking about here, but I'm not quite sure if they're referencing someone else. But that's what I was going for with that. And then we just have doves here. And then this little music page that says, Still with Anxiety, which I thought was really funny. Next one, we have this black and white floral section, and then here, this is actually a quote from Hellbent by Lee Bardugo, and it just says, "Death fucks us all." We have, it's like this writing with like this really huge, beautiful, like half butterfly I thought that it looked so nice. So we have that. We have a couple like smaller ones. We have this really cool building, like architectural design little drawing. We have this like someone reading by like candlelight. And then we have a half picture of a moon. Then we have this little card that says the solar system. I just thought that I really like the colors of it. And then here we have a page that says the intimacy of being understood. Because I was trying to do like a mix of like words and images because I felt like it would make it look more like full. Here we just have this image of two people like reaching out for each other. And then here it says, I might be the writer, but you'll always be the words. That was really good. And then this one is actually a picture of a quote from The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, which is a book by I think it's our favorite book.
Yeah.
Favorite book by our favorite author, Stuart Turton, and it's How Lost Do You Have to Be to Let the Devil Lead You Home. So that was another good one. That I was really excited about that one. I remembered to get a quote from there. Next we have this little like skeleton anatomical like little drawing with notes on the side. And then we have this like blood red moon with like trees. And then this is just silly, but it's this cat, this little black kitty in a bed. It's so cute. Okay, and this is actually the last page that I have printed out right now. I might look and see if there's anything else I want to do before, or I might just, I don't know.
I feel like you could try and like lay it out.
Yeah, I think I might. I think we might go through and cut all of these and try to get an idea of like if we filled the space or not, or like what more we need and like what sizes, because I've changed the sizes of all of these images and I don't want to print any more that are like not the right size. I think we might need more bigger ones is my guess. But anyways, this is like a little writing like passage, if you will, about the black cat, which is just, I am black cat energy, so I love it. And then this just says romanticism on it, and it's like a brief couple words about it, and I just really liked it. I like the overall vibe. So that is everything that we have printed out. The overall vibe, again, I will have it maybe like flipping through here so you can see better close-ups of the images, and it's going to be linked with my Pinterest, so you could just look there if you want any of those images. Probably gonna start cutting now. Sam's very eager over there, is like lining things up as we speak. Okay, this is what I have so far, but I'm feeling like it's missing something here. So I'm gonna look on my Pinterest and try to figure out if I can find another big one to fill this space, but this is what I have so far. Hey.
Okay.
Now, the reason I'm not showing you in like some grand way is because there's still some tinkering I need to do. I need to secure them better because the paper that I used when I was doing like the thinner sheets is obviously so thin that it, like the paper is like moving and bending and whatever. And then there's like 2 ones that I want to like wiggle just a little bit or like flip if it's like the front or back. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they're layered, obviously, you know, like they're hanging over, and there are some that I want to like flip. Which one? You know what I'm saying? But overall, I'm happy with it, and now I'm just a blob. We got new books, and we just keep buying new books, girl. We have anything to talk to you guys about when it comes to the cart, but we definitely have some things to move around. I'm gonna get up because we've been riding here watching videos. After I told Sam I was done, I was like, I don't want to do anything. She's like, let's just watch a couple videos on YouTube. And so we've just been rotting. So I'm gonna get up and secure those things that are dangling up there. And then I'll talk to you soon. Ah. Like, come on. You can't tell me that that's not better. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Oh my god. Okay, I'm really excited. Hi. Okay, so now I'm on the floor. Before I say anything, I just want to show what's in these cubes. So we have like a little decorative slash storage-y nook thing. This has extra candles, and then the candle, the tea light holders that are spread around our room when we aren't actively using them. They're kind of in the way sometimes, so they all kind of just like live in this middle cube. Over here we have our active TBR. These are the only 2 left for our monthly TBR. We have 13th Child and The Only One Left by Riley Sager. And then over here, a little sneak peek. These are the books that we've read so far this month. We're just missing another one that we read on Kindle Unlimited, but we have Belladonna, Assistant to the Villain, Legendary, Alice, and Phantasma. Going into the cart itself, so we have my printer on top. There's an HP printer. I can put, again, at some point in this video you would have already seen what kind, oh wait, HP DeskJet 2734E, if that means anything to you. But going down the line, so you might see there's a lot that are flipped, and actually down here, we have a lot of books, well, all the books are flipped the other way, and the reason for that is because, 1, I get overwhelmed by all of, like, the colors and the quantity of books. I get easily overwhelmed, and 2, if I'm looking at a book for too long, for some reason, I just lose that, like, I guess like excitement. I don't know, like Sam and I are kind of the same way about it. Like if we are just staring at the same book over and over and we don't read it while we're in the mood for it, she's shaking her head back there, but we just like it, I don't know, it stops being exciting. I don't know what it is, because it doesn't really make any sense because we already bought it and we wanted to read it at some point, but just it being there and us not reading it when we're in the mood for it, it just ruins it. So we have all of them flipped except for these couple. So it's kind of like every time we want to go into our little TBR cart, it's like shopping all over again. So I highly recommend, if you feel like you're getting sick of the books that you have but you haven't read them yet, I highly recommend just flipping them and treating it like you're shopping every time you go through them, because you start to forget what you have and then you get excited about it all over again. So that's a little hack, but I'll just run through. So peeking out, we have the Halloween TBR jar. It's kind of sandwiched in there, so I'm not going to pull it out, but behind here we have Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh and Funny Story by Emily Henry. And then we have Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, Nightbane by Alex Astor, Hellbent, Leigh Bardugo again, and then wedged down here is Foxglove by Adeline Grace. So that's this stack. Then we have 2 copies of Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer, The Ashes and the Star-Crossed King by Carissa Broadbent, and then down here is Wisteria by Adeline Grace. I flipped the whole card over and now I'm really close to the camera, but this is the only way you're going to be able to see it, so I'm going to try to not be like this. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. My Grandma Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman. Anxious People, Frederick Bachman. A Little Life by Hanya, I don't know how to say their last name. A Wolf Song by TJ Klune. The Devil in the Dark Water, Stuart Turton. Salt Kiss by Sierra Simone. Daisy Hates, The Great Undoing. And then this is just the back of Funny Story again. We have Scythe by who? That's a good question. Neil Schusterman. This was actually the one book of our TBR last month that we didn't do. Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. We have Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Malice by Heather Walter, The Night and Its Moon. We have 2 copies of this. That's what's stacked here, and that's by Piper CJ. And then this is the entire Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. We have Lost Boy and The Girl in Red by Christina Henry. Those are more fairy tale retellings. We have The Last Graduate by Naomi Novik. New Moon, which is what, Stephanie Meyer? An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir is how I'm gonna guess you say that name. And then The Foxglove, I think it's King. Yeah, The Foxglove King by Hannah Witten. We have The Priory of the Orange Tree. This is by, I think her first name is Shannon. No, Samantha Shannon. And then we have A Shadow in the Ember. Yeah, A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So that was everything that's on our TBR cart right now. Obviously, if you see a book that you read, don't give any spoilers, please. But that is all that's on our physical TBR that we have currently. We're going to try very hard not to buy anymore because we definitely want to get through these before we stop being excited about them, because I really do want to read them, and especially these ones that aren't flipped are the ones that we are so excited for. So hopefully we can get through a lot more because we just have way too many books that we're excited about. And Kindle Unlimited, we have so many books on there that we're excited about. But now, because the TBR cart is back underway because it was getting a little crazy, and the room is done, I think it's gonna be show you guys. So there it is. We finished and I love it literally so much.
What a slay.
What a slay. Those are same words. Now I'm just gonna go through and do a little bit of like a shelf tour and go through every single book that we have. If you don't care about that and you don't want to know every single book that we have in our shelves or where everything is from, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. But if you do stick around, it's only a couple more minutes, I think, and then it'll be it. But I'm going to go through every single thing we have and try to tell you where we got everything. Hello. Starting off with the bookcase itself. So if you see things peeking through these bins, this is actually where we keep all our snackies and stuff like that. So if you see a brand peeking out, you know what we eat for snackies. But in regards to the shelf itself, we think it's from what, Target, love?
I think so.
This was in Sam's like childhood bedroom, so this was not something that we bought. It's just something we used rather than having to repurchase a new bookcase. Going from left to right, we have this little ghosty. If you want more specifics about like the spook, we have a whole getting spooky vlog where we got all of this. So if you want that vibe, go there. We got this from At Home. We have it here. It's an actual tea light holder. The skulls up there we got from Home Goods. They came in like a little pack. That lantern is from Hobby Lobby. This little tea light candle holder is from the Dollar Tree. And then this bat, which you'll see better in the next frame, but it's from At Home. Now just going along with the books that we have. Oh, and I don't know if you can see it from this angle, but from some, there's something behind the bat. There's something above those books right there. It is a moisture absorber from Walmart, and we change it out every once in a while. We actually don't have too much of a problem with our books getting like moist because none of them are pushed back all the way, so none of them are like squished, and obviously they're all like open and like ventilated, not like in little cubbies that have backs and are like getting moist. But just to make sure we keep them safe, we have them there. So we have None Shall Sleep. This is where it ends. The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. We Are Okay. If He Had Been With Me. Some Girls Do. The Girls I've Been. 6 Times We Almost Kissed. And You've Reached Sam. This is all young adult, including Impulse right here. That's all of our young adult that we have. Other than fantasy, sci-fi, and dystopian are all amongst the shelves. Everything here is like miscellaneous. Then we have The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Then we have The Inmate, These Violent Delights by Micah Nemeriver? I don't know, but I know there's multiple These Violent Delights. So then we have The House in the Pines, Hidden Pictures, The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and The Wives is down there. That's our like mystery thriller section. Goes into adult romance. So we have Magnolia Park series. We only have the first 3. Then from top to bottom, we have Summer Romance, The Bodyguard, Spanish Love Deception, Things We Never Got Over, Love Unwritten, and Love Redesigned, The Happy Ever After playlist, and Just for the Summer. And then in that corner for hardcovers, we have The Paradise Problem and Hello Stranger. Hi again. Here we have The Last Murder at the End of the World and In the Lives of Puppets. Those are our sci-fis. Then we have Shatter Me, which is our dystopian. Then the rest going forward, other than my little Alice in Wonderland shelf, is exclusively romantasy. We have the ACOTAR series, Girl, Serpent, Thorn, The Powerless so far. We have Powerless, Powerful, Reckless, Throne of the Fallen, which is the reason this channel exists, For the Throne and For the Wolf, and then we have Two Twisted Crowns and One Dark Window, and then we have the entire Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy. Now going in terms of like knickknacks, we have this little realistic candle that we got from Michael's, and then again we have this little bat guy that we got from At Home. This little lantern up here is from Goodwill. This skeleton spider is from At Home, and then At Home as well for this witch hat. And then I don't remember exactly where we got this little stand. I think Target, in like their dollar section a while ago. And then this was Hobby Lobby. So that is it for this shelf. I have an Alice in Wonderland collection, and so we just have different editions of the Alice in Wonderland or the Through the Looking Glass stories. And now the rest of this is above our bed, so if it's a little shaky, it's because I'm putting you on our bed. But we have From Blood and Ash, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, The Crown of Gilded Bones, which are all the Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Then we have The Serpent and the Wings of the Night, Lightlark, Caraval. And then from top to bottom, we have Red Queen, King of Battle and Blood, Pestilence, Twilight, The Cruel Prince. And then over there, kind of diagonally, we have A Deadly Education and Ninth House. Now, in terms of like little knickknacks, we have this apothecary little shop and the Black Cat Cafe are two little like wooden things that we were able to paint from Michael's. That is from Ikea. It's a little tea light holder. This wand, where'd you get that from, Libby?
Oh, I got that off Amazon.
And then we have this magic house that it's from Robotime. These are two little Funko Pops. That's like a mini Harry Potter and a bigger Harry Potter. Sam is a big fan. I have never read any of the Harry Potter books, but Sam is a big fan. That is it in terms of our whole tour of everything. And then obviously you guys already saw the wall. I'm really excited with the way it turned out. I love it a lot. Actually, it's been bothering me because I just felt like it wasn't what I wanted, and especially with the channel, I just feel like every time I recorded it, I wasn't happy with what it looked like, and I felt like, I don't know, I just wasn't using the books as not only decor, but footage for the channel. I wasn't showing them at all, and I was actually trying to avoid showing them because I didn't like the way they looked, which defeats the whole purpose of showing all the books that I love and the books that we've read. A lot of those books we have shown in vlogs, so if you haven't watched other videos of ours, you can go through and see a lot of the books that are on our stuff. A lot of the miscellaneous ones aren't because we read those, especially the YA side. We read a lot of those before the channel, but otherwise everything else has pretty much been on this channel and that we've read in the past year. But that's all that I have for you guys today. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching, and bye! Start pulling books from there and try to figure out if I want, because right now I have everything separated, so it's like romantasy is here, anyways,
Hey. Oh, baby.
anyways